Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. The most confusing Evo of FC25 is top of mind once again today as we get a new step in the process of the Becoming Immortal Evolution. Today we'll be able to take our cards to 92 rated and give them 2 playstyle pluses, of which we get to choose. But don't worry, we'll explain it simply how this is supposed to look today, as it'll be objectives and evolutions being combined once again. Now also, it's a much needed SBC day. Hopefully a big upgrade pack is coming, and that's something we have to look forward to, as well as we're starting to get rumors and news about leaks for Team 2 of FUT Immortals, specifically the SBCs. Are they going to bring the hype and up the ante for Team 2? That's what we're looking to find out today. If you're excited for the video, guys, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. Now, quickly, let's start off by going over yesterday's Monday content, and it will be quick because there wasn't a whole lot, but an interesting situation arises with Rush. We have a brand new Flash Rush event called Road to the Semifinals that gives an 85 double, an 84-3, and an 81x3 for only playing 7 games and winning 3. That's a pretty easy objective to get done, but of course, a lot of us are playing Rush right now for the Become Immortal Evolution. This is one of the steps in the process to get our card upgraded to a 90 overall. You have to play Rush with your Becoming Immortal Evolution card, and actually you could get 3 things done, maximizing your time in the Rush game mode, which can be very frustrating, I know. You could get this objective for the weekly Rush points, the Road to the Semifinals objective, and of course your evolution objective here, all done at the same time if you're playing in the new Rush mode with your Becoming Immortal player. So that's kind of one way you can maximize your efforts of time in Rush at the moment. Now, SBCs yesterday, guys, we knew it was going to be kind of a quiet Monday, but it was really, really quiet. The SBC we had yesterday for players was a Thomas Muller, Julian Brandt showdown between Bayern and Dortmund happening this weekend. Now, both the SBCs are pretty cheap, so if you want to get them done, be my guest to go ahead and do them. Thomas Muller here has got the 5-star weak foot. He's got power shot, and he's got low driven, center attack in mid, and striker. It's a Thomas Muller with boosted pace. It is not a bad card. I mean, Bayern links, there's been so many Bayern cards this year, might slot into your team, especially on a budget. Good play styles, decent rolls for sure on this one. The problem for me is I don't have a lot of 83s and 4s or even 85s in my club right now because of the lack of an upgrade pack, like an 83x10, which hopefully we do get today. But I'm going to put this SBC on the back burner for sure until we get hopefully something of those pack varieties today, and then maybe I'll think about it for later on this week. Julian Brandt's card here, he's got really bad roll pluses. That's just my opinion. But if you're a Dortmund fan, or if you hope for him to get the upgrade, he does have good playstyle pluses, and he does have 5-star skills, and he's even cheaper than Thomas Muller, only 3 squads. So those are the player SBCs yesterday. The real SBC that has the most hyped out of everything is the 80+ 1 of 4 player pick. Now, I've opened just a few of these, so I don't have a good sample size, but my luck has not been good in these. But a lot of people in the chat have been saying that their luck has been very good, getting higher rated fodder, walkouts, not all the time, but like pretty consistently. And even some of the new promo cards, like the Immortals Little Bros, have been pretty common for people inside of these player picks. Now, the unique thing about these player picks is they're 1 of 4. So I think this might be the first SBC unlimited repeatable pick that we have that's a 1 of 4 instead of a 1 of 3. It's just a little annoying, that's what I keep getting, 83s from this. It's just a little annoying that you have to turn in 3 rares instead of just more commons than rares. So it's 2 commons, 3 rares per player pick, which is good value, but you're going to have to run into the problem of running out of rares. So if you do, and you have a lot of commons left, you could put those commons into the regular gold upgrade, or probably what I'm going to do is at least try one big set of those 80+ picks to test them out, and I'll just run into the market and buy some of those gold rares for like 650, 600 coins per card, just because it'll be fun to test them out for the one time, and see what we can get there. But I think those player picks will be good throughout the rest of this week, just for something to be grinding and trying to pack these Immortals cards. Now, speaking of Immortals, we do have a cosmetic Evo that dropped yesterday. I mean, I would say there's no Evo content because it's not a real Evo, but it is a cosmetic one. You can put a gold chain on your Immortal card here, as you see there with the Bale, and on an actual card, this is what it looks like for Beckenbauer's SBC. I mean, for 25,000 coins, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of unique. It's just fun to think about putting a gold chain on your card, to be completely honest. I think it looks maybe a little better on the hero design than it does the icon, but I think both look pretty good. So if you want to spend 25,000 coins, there is 2 versions of that there. Maybe if you pack somebody sick during this week of this promo and you want to make them look a little bit more sick, then you could go ahead and do that. Now, that was all the content yesterday. Like we said, it was a pretty slow day. I do want to talk about fantasy upgrades, because we did get a couple fantasy upgrades yesterday. Like Matisse Tell is the prime example. His card is almost extinct because he fits evolutions and he just got upgraded. That's a good card for 90,000 coins for sure. He got upgraded because he scored in Spurs last game, and he, of course, it was the 4th game, and he did not get any yellow or red cards. So we got the +1, and he got a weak foot boost, but he also got technical and quick step. But the real thing and story out of these fantasy cards is EA did not add the 3rd playstyle plus to Kvaratskhelia and Matuidi, and that really worries me, because if they're not adding the playstyle plus now, are they going to wait until the end of the season? Did they forget to add it to this card and to Matuidi? I mean, I don't think they forgot that, PSG won the league. I mean, technically the season's not over, but they won the league. Mathematically, it is over. EA Sports was tweeting, congrats to PSG for winning the league. Hopefully the wait for this 3rd playstyle plus isn't super long, because if it is, that's going to become really annoying. And that was one of the unique parts about these fantasy upgrades this year, was we thought with all the other upgrades that they've gotten, that once they clinch it, they get upgraded. Well, Kvaratskhelia, he's clinched the 3rd playstyle plus, and he has not got it yet. So we're watching that very closely, but that is a little annoying that we have not seen the upgrade there yet, so keep a close eye out for that. Now, let's talk about the market, because yesterday was a really good day to trade. I bought the Blancs, made some good coins on him, not so much on this one, made a lot on this flip right there. I actually just flipped right now a Lewandowski from 700,007 coins up to 765. That's the flips to do right now, guys. Out of packs flips. You can mess around with the cards in packs if you want. They're moving okay, but the out of packs cards, even low budget, like I picked up this Swanson for 86K both of the last 2 days. She's gone over 100,000 coins. Like, that's good profit for a low price card. 80K to 100,000 coins, that's really good money. You only have 5,000 coins of tax. The market's just ripe right now for good fluctuation. So get on the market, get in some trades. And I would say this too, get on bids, guys, because there's a lot of people that are not grinding the market right now or wanting to put in that little bit of extra effort because, oh, the content's mid, this promo sucks, right? That's what a lot of people are saying. But if you spend a little bit of time on the market, you can actually make more coins because less people are putting in that work and that effort. Now, with Foot Champs ending early today, I think you could see some of the Immortals actually go up. I think it's just going to be a select few cards, though. I like the rises that they had yesterday, and I think some of them could go up today. Now, personally, I don't know if I'm going to invest in any of them once again. I'll probably be looking towards Thursday with Rivals Rewards to do that, but the safest place to be is definitely going to be the out of packs side of the market. Watch for those cards. And I will say, I was looking at some Champions League cards because, of course, we have Champions League games today. Remember that none of the cards that are on the market right now that are UEFA UCL related, these are not live. The Dream Chaser cards, not live. The old Road to the Knockouts, like this Jude Bellingham, he is not a live card. However, the Road to the Finals are. And whenever we have Champions League games, and especially their big games like today, like Lewandowski tomorrow when Barca play, could potentially go up in price on the market. As people see Barca win, they think, oh, this card's going to get an upgrade, even though he's not. Some people get confused. That's something to keep in mind today as Madrid play Arsenal, and of course, as Bayern play Inter. So definitely keep an eye on those sorts of cards, all the other Champions League related versions of them, just because you never know. Now, I want to talk about fodder a little bit more. If you invested in fodder yesterday, I actually do think that some of it went up. I'm looking specifically at the 88s that are like a little bit above 9,000 coins right now. If you look at the graph yesterday, they were like 8.8, and they kind of just rose up to like 9.5. They're back down to like 9K right now, but if you bought these in the 8K range, I would keep lazy listing them for like 99 or 10,000 coins because the icon pick, especially if we do get a good upgrade pack today, I know I'm kind of hyping that up, but it's a Tuesday, and that's what we normally get, and the 85 pick is expiring. I could see higher to middle tier fodder like the 87s, 88s, and 89s. What's needed most right now for the icon player pick SBC? That's going to be the most popular SBC to craft this week with the new inclusion of future stars and grassroots grades in it. I could see fodder still being a good place to invest today, and lazy list for sure. And once again, I'm going to shout it out. Informs, not for a short-term investment, but for a long-term investment. Informs are literally minimum price. Buy one, stock it in the club, especially anything that you know is out of packs. Guys, what I would prioritize first, this is a long-term investment only if you have over maybe at least a couple 100,000 coins. Go back to a few weeks ago in the team of the week and buy up the cards at 10,000 or 11,000 coins. Buy one, put it in the club of anything that is evolvable first, like meta player, meta team, big name club, something like that. buy one of those first, but then just start stocking some of these cards in your club, because this is going to be a long-term investment as we head into Team of the Season. Team of the Week cards always rise. I'm going to start doing this myself, maybe putting like 50 to 100K a day, like that's 5 to 10 Team of the Week cards per day in my club. Even if informs go up a little bit today with some sort of upgrade pack that we have, sure. But if you're paying 11 to 12,000 coins or below for an inform card, like last year during Team of the Season, informs were like 30, 40,000 coins. They might have even touched 50K at one point. So that's the sort of investment we could be looking at here. Again, it's long term. The sell time would be like a month away from now, but I'm going to mention that a lot in the next couple of weeks as we get closer and closer to Team of the Season, because that's a really safe investment that you can do to park some coins for the long term and be making some coins when a lot of us are spending coins during the Team of the Season. But that's just kind of a long-term shout that I wanted to point out there. Now, let's get into the news, all right? Let's talk about today with becoming Immortal, the evolution. Today, one of the biggest things is we're getting the next step in the becoming Immortal, very confusing, multi-step process evolution. Now, just a really quick overview. We had a really good video on this on the weekend, on Saturday, after this came out on Friday, just explaining it all. But this is where you start. This is step one, the becoming Immortal Evo. You start, the Weston McKennie is the example here. You start him here, you get him to an 88 rated overall, and you have to complete that evolution before you do anything else. Then you go into objectives under the Becoming Immortal tab, and you complete both of these. This one you can do in squad battles. This one you do inside of Rush. Get all of these done, and it'll unlock evolutions that you get to claim, and they'll show up inside the Becoming Immortal tab in Evos. Once again, be careful with the playstyles that you choose, whether you actually are completing your Evos for these or just waiting until the Evo today comes out. You can do either or. Same thing with this one as well. Now, with the center attacking mid and center defensive mid position kind of Evo giving you different stats, that's one thing to consider. And the example that I'm about to show will be a center attacking mid example. This is actually from EA's Instagram, and this is where it kind of transitions into what is new. So those three things are out right now. We kind of call that step one and step two, right? Step one is complete the Evo, the first one. Step two is get these two objectives done and claim those Evos and either start those or wait. And of course, you're going to end up with a 90 rated card. The highest rated you can go right now is a 90 rated, and you can go center attacking mid route or center defensive mid. You get a defensive boost for the CDM and different roll plus pluses. For center attacking mid, you get that position and different roll plus pluses there. Now, this is on EA's official Instagram, so this is legit. But what is coming today is the rival, conqueror, and champion objective groups. And those groups are going to drop in right here inside of objectives, inside of the Becoming Immortal tab in objectives. That's the way that it reads here. It's going to be two separate objectives, and it's going to give us stat upgrades and also playstyle pluses that we get to apply to our players. So today we're going to be going to 92 rated cards and either get to choose Anticipate, Finesse, Incisive, Intercept, Quick Step, or Technical Plus. So if your player has no playstyle pluses on them, they would get two of those. If your player already has one, you'd only get to choose one. But that's kind of what we're looking for today. Again, here you can see these can be applied to a max 92 overall Become Immortal player, awarding up to a maximum of 2 playstyle pluses. Now, EA on their Instagram actually posted on accident this Evo. They posted it on Saturday, and I did not realize it. It was in kind of their slide through of a post. This is Becoming Immortal Step 3, basically, here, as you can see here. 91 to 92. It's kind of a two-part Evo, it looks like. You go from 90 to 91. Again, the Weston McKennie is their example, and you go to a 92 after that. So we're going to go to 92 rated cards after today's Evos and objective unlockable Evos come out. Those stats are pretty good. Imagine that 92 Weston McKennie with 2 playstyle pluses, 90 pace, 90 shooting, 93 pass, and almost 90 in all of his other statistics. That makes me think that when we actually are able to go to 94 rated cards at the very end, that is step 4, the final part of this process, a paid Evo that'll give us the icon design that's coming out on Friday. We might be having 9 Golden Gang cards or close to it. Again, this evolution here is the center attacking mid version as well. If you take a look at the chain here, right, this kind of builds on what EA posted on Friday. You put the McKennie into the center attacking mid focused hone, what is it called here? Local hero. Yeah. Hone your position with your local hero. You go the center attacking mid boost with that one there. And I mean, that's a pretty crazy card. If you went the center defensive mid boost, then you'd have lower dribbling and higher defending. But like this is what we're all creating today, is a 92 rated 2-playstyle plus. If you've caught up on all the evolutions, this is what you can create. And that's pretty wild. I think this actually could make some midfielders drop a bit on the market. That Evo is free. Everything is free until this Friday. I want to make that very clear once again. Everything is free until this Friday. But I think today, with those objectives coming out, the Rival, Conqueror, and Champion objectives, that's really going to put the focus on these Evo cards because they're going to become legit. With 2 playstyle pluses, I think there might even be a weak foot or a skill move boost you can take up to 5-star as a part of the process today as well, depending on which route you choose, or something inside of this. We're going to have to look how it's exactly formatted as these objectives and Evos drop today. But this is when it kind of gets legit and it kind of gets real. So I wanted to point that out once again and kind of explain it because that's how it's going to look. I haven't even started mine yet. I was kind of waiting for today to happen so that I could see what exactly is required and what, especially with the playstyle pluses that I'm trying to do on the Christian Eriksen card that I'm going to evolve. Like, I'm trying to get playstyle pluses on him first before I put the regular playstyles on him. Again, we explained more about that in the video on Saturday, why you would do that, depending on how many playstyles your player already has. But that's coming today and is probably one of the biggest parts of content today. My last question is, what are they going to require? I mean, obviously it's called Rivals, Conqueror, and Champion objectives. So you're going to have to play Division Rivals and Foot Champs with your Becoming Immortal Evo card. Are you going to have to win Champs like playoffs? I mean, EA did say they're going to give everybody the Champs playoffs points to be able to play in Foot Champs playoffs. So that's nice, but it's also weird that they're requiring us to play in that game mode. It's kind of like they're requiring us to play in every single game mode that this game has to get these Evos done. You've got squad battles, rush, Rivals, and now Champs. The only thing they're missing is Foot Draft, and I don't want to play. Obviously, you can't play in Foot Draft with your card that's an Evo. So just really interesting to see what they're going to require us to do. Hopefully, it's not that many games, but it is a pretty good upgrade. I just hope it's not annoying and super grindable. I just hope that it's not annoying. That's what I'm thinking about these Immortals Becoming Immortal Evos there. So that's one of the biggest parts of content today. But let's move on and talk about the SBCs. I've already mentioned it a couple of times. The upgrade pack SBC situation on this game right now is just not it. We don't have an 8310 or an 8314, 84.7. All we have is the 85 plus player pick, and that is expiring today. Now, I've actually had some pretty good luck with these, but I would rather have an 8310. I actually would really love the 8314. I mean, they might give us the 85 times 3. They could give us the 84 times 5 again. But an 83 times 14 with all those players in it would be phenomenal right now. With all the SBCs that we have out, all the players that you would get in that 8314, I would love the 83 and the 84 rateds to complete some of these lower rated squads that I still have to do for some of these random player SBCs here, or just more cards in a pack means more potential 84s and 85s, which you could put into an icon player pick, which I did one of those yesterday. And it was, honestly, the icon picks are kind of fun again, adding those new cards into them. I'm not going to say they're great value, but they're not that expensive. They're only 200,000 coins, and hopefully with an upgrade pack today, they become craftable. So that's fingers crossed for a good upgrade pack coming in that regard to the game today. And then also, I want to take a look at Evos because I know we had a cosmetic Evo that was released yesterday. We do have an evolution that's expiring today. It's one of the free Evos. It is Guardian of the Pitch. Hopefully something replaces this today. And in previous weeks, we've seen EA drop Evos on Tuesdays and like real Evos. So watch out for the leaks. You guys know how this works. Whatever it is leaked is going to go up in terms of a position, in terms of a stat looking type of boost with an overall rating. So if you're going to make some Evo investments, just watch out for some more leaks because, I mean, maybe the leakers don't want to leak it a day early now. They leaked nothing yesterday, which is very opposite of last week. Unless there's no Evo coming today, which would be a bit different. The last 2 or 3 weeks, we've had an Evo on a Tuesday. So watch out for those leaks today. Hopefully we do get a new piece of Evo content, and then of course that would make the market move if there's going to be some leaks there. So I'm not invested really in any Evo leaks except for some club stocks that I did with some 90 rated cards like Quadrado and Pascal Gross, just waiting for them to get leaked to fit an evolution, and boom, we'll sell into the hype when that happens. Now we do have a player SBC leak that is still out there, but this is kind of it, guys. Speaking of player SBCs, this is the only one that we have leaked right now for the rest of this week of Immortals Team 1. It's a flashback Muniain card, which looks decent. Links are going to be a bit tough, but also he would be evolvable, probably as a 90 rated card, finesse and low driven, good playstyle pluses, and that will be coming maybe today, maybe it's later on this week. Watch out for some potential leaks for that. That might be all the content that we have today. I guess one thing I would shout out would be watch out for UCL UEFA marquee matchups, because EA dropped those, I believe, last time that we had Champions League games. We could be getting those again today. And of course, with it being, the semifinals here, we've got, not quite the semifinals, but Arsenal, Real Madrid, Bayern, Inter, and then tomorrow you've got Barca, Dortmund, and PSG Villa. It would be any of those matchups would be kind of focused on probably two of them, maybe one from today and one from tomorrow. So, maybe check your club. If they do Arsenal, Madrid, Arsenal players notoriously go up. Madrid players do too, I believe, for challenge SBCs, and same thing maybe with Barca players and Dortmund players as well. We'll just have to see what they do, but that's something to kind of watch out for in terms of content today. And this is kind of looking a bit ahead into today in terms of the leaks, but he's teasing this already. ASY Foot Trader is saying that, the SBCs in week 1 were Henry and Beckenbauer. Who do you want to see in week 2? And I don't necessarily like this graphic that he's tweeting out here, because he's posting Maldini, Eusebio, Di Natale, and Hazard, which all of us would be like, oh my gosh, those would be sick SBCs. But in fine print, he goes, wish list SBCs for Immortals Team 2. These are not leaks, okay? This is kind of a fooler here that makes you think, oh my gosh, the SBCs are going to go crazy. But it's a wish list, it's a prediction, and we will see soon who he's going to leak and who he's going to say is in Team 2. But notice here, he doesn't post any like bomba emojis. He's just got the cold face and the thinking face. So to me, that doesn't mean that the SBCs are going to be that sick. But who knows? We'll have to see. But I want to mention that because that's something to kind of watch out for. And if there are big leaks of a certain player SBC, there's probably going to be some market moves on this game. So I would say be a little more careful on the market today. But as you can see, I'm still investing some of my coins into some trades, trying to make some of that bread today so that we can keep pushing and getting that coin total up as high as we can before team of the season comes around, and then we start spending those coins once again. So I'm going to keep building player picks today, trying to pack Christian Eriksen's card, and I will see you guys in the streams for a Tuesday grind with hopefully some better content. Definitely the gameplay grind is going to be there with the becoming Immortal Evolutions. Hopefully the upgrade pack SBC grind is better today as well. But that's going to be the video for me today. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it, comment them, look at the questions, and of course subscribe if you are new. I'll see you guys in the streams today on this YouTube channel or in the Twitch stream as well. Link is down below in the description. Have a great Tuesday. I'll see you guys there. It's been TheFutAccountant. Peace.